Hi class. I want to spend a moment to show you how to view your feedback on writing assignments that you submit to Canvas. I spend a lot of time to grade your writing assignments when you submit them on Canvas, so I want to make sure that you can read them and learn from them. So notice that here I am in my class and I'm in the Home tab. So I'm a student in this class. And whenever I'm in the Home tab, I have this column over on the right side. It has my to-do list. It has things coming up in the calendar, and then it has recent feedback. So here you should have the most recent things that your teacher has graded for you. I don't know why mine's coming up as this strange line, but hopefully on yours you can see the name of the assignment that you're getting feedback for. So you would click here. And then it takes you to the assignment that you submitted. You can probably also get there through the modules, so we can do that in a minute. So here I submitted an assignment, a Trouble with Talent Summary Response. And over here I have a general comment from my teacher. It says, "You did a nice job on your first summary response. Click View Feedback to see my comments." So right here is View Feedback. So that can be hard to see, but you need to click there. I'm not going to come over here and click on my paper. I'm going to click on View Feedback. Then it's going to pop up this little box, and I have to scroll down. It's a little bit small, so I want to pop this box open bigger. So I'm going to come over here to the expand arrows. I'm going to click right there, and it's going to take me into full screen. So now I can see that my teacher did 4 comments on my paper. And I can see the blue pointer here. When I click on the blue pointer, it's going to connect to the feedback. Or I can hover over the feedback and it'll show me which point it's connecting to. So she tells me, "I like your title." And I come down here, "Do you have more research to support this idea?" So here, she's giving me a question, something that I need to work on. Down here, she tells me I have a transition error. So I can go through here and see my feedback really easily. I do recommend that you look at your feedback on a computer. It's much harder on a phone and it's much smaller. Okay, so from here, when I want to go back, I'm going to click those 2 arrows again, and then it's going to pop me back into where I submitted my paper in the first place. So let's try to get here a different way. Let's try to go through the modules. So this was 2.7. So here is where I submitted the paper in the first place as part of a module. So if I don't want to get there through the most recent feedback tab, I could go through here. Then when it pops open, I can come over here to where it says View Rubric Evaluation. I can click on that. And it takes me over here to where it was scored, and I can watch the scoring. Oh, doing a terrible job. Hi, everybody. I want to talk to you about how to view your feedback on your writing assignments. So I've just graded one of your writing assignments, and I want to make sure that you can see my feedback and learn the most you can from that assignment. So I'm going to show you, as if I was a student, how I would do that. So here I am. I'm a student in Cohen's ESOL 52, and I'm here on my Home tab. So there's two different ways that I can get to my feedback. One way is whenever I'm in my Home tab, there's this column on the right side. It has the to-do list, the coming up, things that are coming up in the calendar, and then it has recent feedback. For some reason, mine is showing up as this skinny little line right now, but hopefully for you, when you see recent feedback, you can read what assignment it is. So I can click on it right here, and it's going to take me into the submission details. So that's the name of my paper. I'm not going to click there. I'm going to come over to this right side. So I can see a general comment that my teacher made about the whole paper. You did a nice job on your first summary response. And then she says, click View Feedback to see my comments. So here, where it says View Feedback, is where I can see the line-by-line comments that the teacher makes on my paper. So I'm going to click on View Feedback, and it pops up with a copy of my paper, but it's down here. I have to scroll up. Okay. It's too small for me, so I'm going to come to this arrow sign right here, which takes me to full screen. Now I can see. So when I get to here, the teacher might use a pointer, or the teacher might highlight something. But I can see if I hover over the pointer, it connects to this feedback on the right. Or I can hover over the feedback and it can show me where in the paper it connects to. So she tells me, I like your title. She's asking me about more research for a certain part. And I can follow those dotted lines to see exactly where she's talking about. Okay. When I'm done and I've read all my feedback, I'm going to come back up to these two arrows. And it's going to take me back to my paper. Okay, so from here, I can also look at the rubric. So usually your teacher will use a rubric with you to score your paper. Can you hear my dogs wrestling in the background? Hey guys, shh, enough. Anyway, so up here it says show rubric. So I can see my grade is 16 out of 20, but maybe I want to know exactly why. So I'm going to click on show rubric. And here's my first criteria. And I got 2 points on my first criteria. Here's the second criteria, and I got 2 points. So I didn't get full marks for some reason on that part. Here's my third criteria, and I got my full 3 points. On this one, I got partial points too. Here I didn't get any points. I got 2 points, 2 points, and 3 points. So I can see how my teacher added up my score. There's an X right here. When I'm done with that, I can exit out. Okay? So if you remember, we got here from the Home tab, down here from recent feedback. But that's not the only way that we can do it. We can also go under our modules to where we submitted the paper in the first place. So I submitted this paper under week 2. It was right here, this assignment. So if I click on it again, it gives me a bunch of choices, and I'm going to choose submission details. So that's going to take me back to where we just were. So that's another way to get to the same place. Remember, once you get here, you're going to want to come down to View Feedback. And then you're going to want to expand the feedback. Yep. And then don't forget to check out your rubric. Make sure that you can learn everything you can from your writing assignment. All right, hope that helps.